Welcome to today's episode where we delve deep into the psyche of narcissists and uncover the experiences they never truly get over. Narcissists, often perceived as invincible and omnipotent, present themselves as unaffected by ordinary concerns and feelings. Their grandiose self-image might give the impression that nothing can dent their armor. However, beneath this facade, there are specific instances that shatter this illusion and render them feeling powerless. Let's explore 4 critical experiences that a narcissist struggles to move past. 1. Reaction to being exposed. In the intricate psychological landscape of a narcissist, the construction of their self-image is a task of utmost precision and care. They meticulously craft a persona where they are perpetually cast in the roles of a hero, a supreme victim, or an unparalleled star. This self-created image is akin to a delicately assembled house of cards. It is grandiose and impressive to behold, yet inherently unstable and fragile. The narcissist's identity is precariously balanced upon this fragile structure, making it vulnerable to the slightest scrutiny or challenge. The moment someone dares to expose the flaws in this carefully constructed image, it triggers a seismic shift in the narcissist's world. The revelation of these imperfections is not merely a critique of certain aspects of their personality, it is an existential threat to the entirety of their self-image. The exposure of their flaws or the instability of their character is akin to a direct assault on the very foundations of their identity. In response, the narcissist is engulfed by a storm of intense anger and fixation. This is not a mere defensive stance, but a vehement counterattack aimed at the one who dared to reveal their vulnerabilities. The narcissist's reaction is often disproportionate and fueled by a deep-seated need to not just defend, but also to inflict harm, to reassert their shaken sense of self. However, the impact of this exposure goes far beyond the immediate reaction of anger and retaliation. Deep within the recesses of their psyche, the narcissist is haunted by the indelible stain of being exposed. This is not a fleeting embarrassment or a momentary lapse. It is a profound wound that cuts to the core of their being. The exposure leaves behind a lasting scar, a constant reminder of their vulnerability and fallibility. It is a blemish that resolutely refuses to fade, persistently reminding them of the moment their facade cracked and their true self was glimpsed. This lingering wound has a profound and lasting impact on the narcissist. It engenders a state of continual rumination and fixation on the incident of exposure. The narcissist is trapped in a cycle of obsessively revisiting the moment their carefully curated image was tarnished. They are haunted by the memories of their faltering facade, the reactions it provoked, and the damage it inflicted on their self-esteem. This constant dwelling on the exposure is not a path towards healing or acceptance. It is a relentless reminder of their perceived failure to maintain the illusion of perfection. For the narcissist, this wound never fully heals. It remains a chronic sore in their psyche, a lasting testament to the fragility of their grandiose self-image and the painful reality of their inherent vulnerabilities. 2. Loss of control and independence. Narcissists, who often exert a dominating influence over others through financial and emotional manipulation, experience a profound sense of upheaval when they lose this control. Their modus operandi involves creating an intricate web of dependence, ensuring that those around them are tethered to their desires and whims. This control is not just a means to an end, but a vital part of their self-perceived identity and authority. It's how they affirm their sense of superiority and maintain their grandiose self-image. When someone breaks free from this control, particularly by achieving financial or emotional independence, it represents far more than just a personal loss for the narcissist. It symbolizes the disintegration of a world they have carefully constructed, a world where they are the unchallenged ruler, the puppet master pulling the strings. This change is not merely an inconvenience, it is an existential threat. The realization that someone can not only survive but also thrive outside the sphere of their influence is a stark and unsettling revelation. It challenges the very foundation upon which their sense of self-worth and authority is built. This loss of control leaves a lasting impact on the narcissist. It creates a profound and enduring void, a space that was once filled with the satisfaction of command and obedience. The idea that their influence is no longer absolute, that their presence is not indispensable, gnaws at them. This ongoing torment is not just about the loss of a person or the obedience they once commanded, it's about the erosion of their self-perceived omnipotence. The realization that they are no longer the all-controlling entity they believed themselves to be is a blow to their ego, a reminder of their diminished power and influence. In essence, the loss of control for a narcissist is a dramatic shift in their narrative. It's a story they have authored where they are always in charge, always the one to dictate terms. When the narrative is disrupted and their role as the dominant force is challenged, it leaves them grappling with a reality they are ill-equipped to accept. This loss is a constant, nagging presence, a reminder that their power is not as absolute as they once believed, and it's a reminder that continues to haunt them, underscoring their vulnerabilities in a world they can no longer fully control. 3. Absence of adoration and unique energy. Narcissists thrive on the adoration and energy they extract from others, which they view as essential to validating their inflated self-worth. When this source of adoration disappears, it leaves a profound impact. They crave the affirmations and admiration they once received, often unsuccessfully attempting to find a replacement. This loss becomes an obsession, leading them to seek information about the person they lost or try to replicate the relationship with someone new, only to find it unfulfilling. 4. Inability to comprehend. Lack of recognition. In the complex and often distorted world of a narcissist, their self-perception is not just of being competent or skilled, but of being unparalleled, infallible, and inherently superior. They navigate life with a deeply ingrained belief in their exceptionalism, a belief that they are the epitome of brilliance and perfection. This self-image is so integral to their identity that any challenge to it is not just surprising, but utterly inconceivable. The idea that someone might not only fail to recognize, but also refuse to celebrate their supposed greatness is anathema to them. This inability to accept a lack of universal adoration and agreement leads the narcissist into a tumultuous inner turmoil. When others do not mirror back the grandiosity they perceive in themselves, it triggers a profound sense of injustice and outrage. They see it not as a mere difference of opinion, but as a personal affront, an egregious insult to their self-esteem. This perceived slight goes beyond simple disappointment. It is experienced as a profound betrayal of the natural order, as they understand it. Consequently, the narcissist's reaction to this challenge is often disproportionate and intense. Their inability to comprehend the lack of adulation transforms into long-term resentment, simmering beneath the surface. This resentment can escalate into a vendetta against those who dare to undermine their self-image. In their view, these individuals are not just dissenters, but enemies who have committed the ultimate sin, refusing to acknowledge the narcissist's inherent superiority. The narcissist's vendetta is not merely about proving their worth, but about restoring what they perceive as the natural balance, where their brilliance is not only recognized but revered. This ongoing battle against perceived slights and underestimations becomes a central theme in the narcissist's interactions and thought processes. They are perpetually on guard, vigilant against any sign of disrespect or disagreement. The idea of not being universally adored and agreed with is not just baffling, it is a source of ongoing conflict, a conflict that fuels their need to assert their dominance and reaffirm their grandiosity. This relentless pursuit often leaves a trail of strained relationships and unresolved conflicts, as the narcissist continues to wrestle with the reality that their perceived greatness may not be as universally acknowledged as they demand it to be. In conclusion, while narcissists portray an image of imperviousness, there are experiences that leave lasting scars. These include the exposure of their true selves, the loss of control, the absence of adoration, and the failure to be recognized as superior. Beneath their grandiose exterior, they are grappling with vulnerabilities and insecurities, unable to let go of these impactful experiences. Understanding these aspects offers insights into the narcissistic mind and the challenges they face in processing and overcoming these pivotal moments.